everyone, I'm Shelly. To cap off my Yoga for Golfers week, I put together a little sequence that you can use to either warm up before you golf or practice on a daily basis. It's something that's going to help you loosen up your back, your hips, and your arms as well. So we're going to start with a strap stretch. You can use a yoga strap, or this is actually a bar method strap, or you can use a belt or even a golf club. You want to make sure your hands are wide enough apart that you can go up and over your back without straining your shoulders too much. You want to listen to your body, of course. So on your inhale, your arms lift. And then on your exhale, your arms go behind your back. Be very gentle here. That's your exhale. Inhale, arms lift. And exhale, lower. Do this about 5 times. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. And exhale, lower. From here, we're going to do a sun salutation. Just a basic sun salutation, level 1. Starting out in Tadasana, which feet are hip width apart, shoulders over hips. Standing up nice and tall, arms slightly engaged here, thighs are engaged. On your inhale, your arms extend. Exhale, forward fold with a flat back to Uttanasana. Slight bend in the knees here is okay and good to protect your lower back. Inhale to halfway lift or Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands down, step back, high plank. Take an inhale in high plank, then exhale as you lower. As a modification, you can always put your knees down and lower like this. If you can stay in plank and lower all in one piece, then stay in plank. Untuck your toes. Cobra. Just a baby cobra. You're mainly using your back muscles here, so your hands should be able to lift. You're pressing into the mat with your toes actively. Shoulders are rolling back. Gaze is slightly in front of you. Exhale, lower. And then press back to downward facing dog from here. Take a few breaths in this down dog and pedal your feet. Since this is the first one we've done, it's a good way to stretch out your calves. And then settle into your down dog. Your hands are pressing into the mat actively to protect your wrists. Wrist creases are in line with the front edge of the mat. Sit bones are reaching up towards the sky and chest is pressing towards your thighs. A bend in the knees here is okay. It's better to have a flat back than anything. And you want your shoulders away from your neck. Keep the neck long. From here, lift your right leg up, step it between your hands, and we'll take a low lunge. It's a great way to stretch out the hip flexors. In most sports, just like golf, most sports you need some mobility in your hips. It's a great way to stretch out the hip flexors. It can help prevent back pain as well. I recommend this stretch every day. So just breathe into this stretch. Four or 5 breaths. When I say breaths, I like to recommend a 4 count inhale, 6 count exhale. And then shift back to downward facing dog. Take a moment here. And then left leg steps forward, low lunge. And then step back to downward dog. Exhale. From here, right leg's gonna step forward for crescent lunge. Feet are on 2 skis. You always hear that line, that phrase in yoga, 2 skis. So they're actually hip width apart. The front knee is bending deep, and then a slight bend in the back knee. You just want to have that stretch for the hip flexor. You don't want too much bend, arch in the lower back, or too much tucking under. So you want to have just that right amount so that your pelvis is level here. A little bug flying there. So you're going to extend your arms up. Then we're going to take what's called a revolved crescent. And if this is enough for you, just stay here. Just listen to your body. Revolved crescent, your hands are going to come into prayer position, and then you're going to rotate into your left elbow, hooks on the outside of your right knee. And your palms press together to help you with some rotation. And then the left leg, as you notice, straightened out a little bit, or it's straightened all the way actually. This is a balance. It's not easy. Take a couple breaths here, and then come back. We'll step back to plank, and then switch legs. So left leg's gonna come forward, crescent lunge. Always wanna make sure your feet are in the right line. You can always start with your hands on your hips just to make sure everything's kind of lined up. Your hips are neutral here, so both hip points pointing forward. And then when you're settled, your arms reach up, and then just breathe into that stretch. It's a pretty intense stretch on the hip flexor. It's great for people that do a lot of sitting. And then we'll do the revolved aspect of it. Again, listen to your body, your practice. And just rotate towards the left side. And then release that, and we'll step back to plank. Take a little vinyasa here, cobra. And then we'll actually just shift back to a child's pose. And then from here, I'm going to recommend that you end with a little twist, just a simple twist. So you're going to lay down, hug your knees into your chest, and then drop them over to one side. Arms go out like airplane wings, and then you just drop them over to one side. A few breaths. Inhale, bring the knees up, drop them to the other side. Inhale back to center, and then just come sitting up. And thank you. Namaste.